On this episode, I'm traveling again, and that means bad internet connection. So, Scott, talk.
Just to tell you how bad it is, I don't know how bad it is. It's hard to explain. But anyway, we talk about Nanny McPhee. Oh, no, not Nanny McPhee. Katharine Hope McPhee. Katharine Hope McPhee, who is an American actress. We talk about Steve's travels, about his visiting the hockey game, about watching a football game. You want to listen to the show because it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. And then, of course, I write a genuine positivity message in under 2 minutes, and it's really good. And we have our genuine positivity message at the end, bringing about the good old West. So, Steve,
so hopefully I won't skip out too much. Am I skipping out? I don't know. Am I skipping out? Can you hear me?
I hear you, Steve.
Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and podcast.
And as you can tell, I am in a hotel room. I am traveling.
Well, we cannot tell that you're in a hotel room. You're telling us you are, because you could have been in a room in your house with your studio not up.
Oh, I could have been in there. But we're going to talk about what's going on in the world today. And what's going on in the world today is, I talked about in the last show, I am traveling. I traveled to Pittsburgh to see the Penguins play on Saturday, and then went and saw the Steelers play on Sunday. So that was fun and amazing. We got 1 point with the Penguins because it was tie. So when they tie, each team gets a point, and then there's a bonus point if you win. And unfortunately, the Penguins did not win. They lost in a overtime period. It was bad, but it was cool to go to Pittsburgh and see them play.
Okay, I am a little confused.
Why is that?
You're a Blackhawks fan, so what difference does it make if the Penguins won or not?
We've talked about this a few times. I born and raised in Chicago.
Yes.
So I'm a Chicago fan. And if I want to cheer for a loser, I will cheer for my Chicago teams. Now, remember, when I left Chicago, the Bears had only won one Super Bowl.
Yep.
And still have only won one Super Bowl.
Correct.
The Cubs had not won a World Series yet.
Yes, they had.
Not when I moved out, no.
Oh.
They won it after I moved.
All right. 14 years later, they won it again.
86, 100 and what, 100 and some odd years? What was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
108, 109 years, something like that. Yeah. The Bulls were a winning team. Bulls basketball.
Bull, I'm calling Bull.
Michael Jordan did a great job,
yes,
but then haven't won anything since then.
It's just really weird because we discussed this. They've always had good teams, but they still never win because they don't have to.
Well, yeah, because the fans still show up and sell out, and
that's right.
So why spend more money when all you'd be doing is spending more money to lose money?
Well, no, that's not why. They don't want to get hurt when they make more money on their endorsements than they do getting for playing.
Yeah. And the White Sox didn't win a World Series while I lived there. They won it after I left. So if I'm going to be paying these exorbitant fees that these tickets are going for now, lower bowl for the VK Knights, the Vegas Knights, VK, the Vegas Knights.
Right.
$200.
Just to see a fight on ice. Okay.
Yeah, and so far it's been pretty good. I've seen fights at the games, so very happy about that. But got to go see the Penguins play, and the Penguins were awesome. Got to see Sidney Crosby play. It was Malkin's first game back after a month-long injury, so I got to see Malkin play. So it was awesome to see those guys play. Now, here's a little tip for everybody. If you go to a Penguins game, they do something very, very cool there. All of the practice pucks have the date and the two teams that are playing on the practice. At the end of practice, they go out there with a bucket or a couple of bags, and they collect them all up. Then they put them in a plastic puck case and a certificate of authenticity that says these pucks were used for practice at this game, and the pucks are nicked up.
Right.
At the end of the first period, you go to the Penguins Foundation, and they are currently selling them for $35 each. That is a cool souvenir.
Yes. Especially since that Penguins Foundation is not to pay the players. That is a fundraising thing.
No, it's a fundraising thing. So $35, you can buy 2, and the line you get there early because people are lining up, and that is a very cool souvenir. So there is my
stocking stuffer.
It's in the program, so you can look up what section to go behind. Is section 104. But yeah, what a great deal! What a great souvenir to have. Like, it comes in the case, comes with a certificate of authenticity, and the thing's still cold and wet in the case. I'm like, well, that might be moldy going forward, but very, very, very cool that you get it in the case and all that, and it's marked. And you can see it's nicked up, so you can decide whether you want one that's not nicked up or you want one that's really nicked up. You can see where players hit. You go, maybe Sidney Crosby hit this puck, or
that's right,
Malkin hit this puck, or Murray saved this. There's a mark on it. So that is very, very cool. Then from there, that was a 1:00 game on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the 1:00 game was the Steelers and the Colts. That, for those of you who watched that game, was an amazing game. The Steelers, it's great to be in the stadium and hanging out with the fans and, yelling and screaming and cheering for your team. But the Steelers have a hard time stopping the run. They did a good job stopping the run, but Mac was just number 25 on the Colts, was just tearing us apart. Big runs, big runs, big runs. Very interesting plays, all kinds of cool stuff like that. But at the end of the game, with less than 2 minutes left, all the Colts have to do, they have the football. All they have to do is kick a field goal. Now, do you watch football at all? Do you know what it was either 21 or 27 yards? Do you know how close of a field goal that is?
Yes.
That's like nothing.
Correct.
Vinatieri.
These guys are kicking them at the upper 40s regularly.
Yeah, and they're hitting 50s now.
Yes.
So Vinatieri is like this old man who's been around forever, right? And doesn't miss field goals. So we're like, all right, game's over. The ball gets hiked, gets put down, laces facing the kicker.
Oh, there's a movie like that.
Yeah, that's a no-no. And he shanks it off to the left. And the crowd goes nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely nuts. We won it and got the Steelers to be a 500 team now. So I actually got to go see them win. So all in all, for a sports weekend in Pittsburgh, was pretty good. And it was really fun going around looking at all the sports stores and checking out all of the Pittsburgh. Oh, I didn't bring my hat in. Hat's in the car. I'll show pictures, and then when I get back home, I'll put them up in the background. Or we can just go through them on the screen and share that. We'll do that, and I'll bring in my Penguins hat that I got. I'm not a big hat wearer, although I should be. But I got a Penguins hat. So I have 2 Penguins hat. I have 2 Vegas Knights hats. I have a Blackhawks hat, and I think that's it. So I have 5 hats. 5 ball caps.
Yeah. Well, it was really kind of funny because as soon as you said that, I remember the Jim Carrey movie. I think it was one of the Pet Detectives, but I'm not positive. So, yes, it was. It was the first one. And I just looked it out, and they just brought that up. This whole thing's coming back up because of this situation you're talking about.
Okay. Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Because the guy changed into a woman because he that was a funny-ass movie.
I changed into a woman. That's Bruce Jenner.
Yes, but that's different. That's not a movie. That's real life.
Oh. Well, they say that, real life follows movies or movies follow real life. So speaking of movies in real life, I found this very, very interesting. I've always liked Katharine McPhee.
Yes, Nanny McPhee.
No, not Katharine McPhee. Back when she was on American Idol, and then when she was on, I can't remember the name of the TV show she was on with her autistic son. Oh, well. Look it up for me, since if I do anything on my computer, it screws it up. It's probably screwing it up anyway.
All right, Nanny McPhee, Katharine McPhee. Sorry, folks, I really like the movie Nanny McPhee.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the TV show?
Her
most recent one. But she married David Foster. Okay, so this is her second wedding, And she's been friends with David Foster for a long time. Yeah, friends. Okay. They're 35 years apart. So David Foster actually played the piano at her first wedding. So for his 70th birthday, and she's 35, they went out on some kind of thing and were paddleboarding and stuff like that. But the article on here was pretty funny. The comment was, Foster previously admitted that the brunette bombshell did not quite catch his eye initially, but over time, the duo became inseparable. And I'm like, well, first off, was a 58-year-old man thinking that he's going to be interested in a 22-year-old girl? So,
okay. First of all, most 52-year-old men are interested in 22-year-old girls.
Right. But he's playing it off like, she didn't catch my eye on the first day because I was too busy trying to do my job, right? Because he was the musical director. But the reality is that the last 12 years, I've always been connected to her. Yeah. Okay. Who isn't? My internet connection is unstable.
Oh, you're still looking okay.
Still looking good. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Foster played the piano at McPhee's 2008 wedding. She got divorced in 2014. David Foster, this is his fourth wife now. But he likes dating women that are out in the public. His last wife was from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Yolanda Hadid. So crazy. But, I just thought, right, whatever. Just fun.
Well, I tried looking up what you're talking about, and I found her filmography, but I don't know a single one of these.
It's a TV show.
Oh, it's a TV show?
It's a TV show. I told you.
Ugly Betty?
No.
That was your big one.
All right. MCBH.
So they got Scorpion in My Dreams.
Scorpion. Thank you. That's it. Scorpion.
Oh, she's Paige. I liked Paige. I didn't know that's who this was. It's funny. I really liked that movie. He wasn't autistic. He was just super
that's
smart.
all I have. Yeah, Scorpion. She was also in Smash. Yeah, she was also in Smash, but she came in second place, right, in American Idol?
That's what it says,
she didn't win. Yeah, she didn't win. But, yeah, so what's with the house behind you?
That is Black Point on Lake Geneva. It is one of the last of this particular style of house. I believe they're called Queen Anne's.
Towers? It looks like a light tower in the back. It looks like a light tower.
No, that's you would go up there and you could see the entire lake from up there, and they'd watch the races from up there. It's a viewing platform.
Really?
Yes.
So
because of how bad it screws up the screen, we're going to have to wait till our next show. I also have, there we go.
That is a Queen Anne style house.
Yes, that's what this is.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. So
we don't have to screen share.
Lake Geneva used to have like 12 of them on the lake, and I think it's down to 2. The rest of them have all, gone away. Uh-oh, now you really did lock up. That's not a good sign. I'm still golden. Oh,
you froze.
I'm hearing you, but I'm not seeing you. You're moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was at Heinz Field. Have you ever been to Wrigley Field?
I have, but it was like in 1970. I remember those. They still have them at Heinz Field.
They still have them at Heinz Field.
How awesome is that?
I got the pee in the trough. My son wanted to know why I took a picture of I didn't take a picture of it with anybody in it.
That would have really gotten you in some deep doo-doo, literally. They might have stuck your head in the other toilet. For those of you who haven't figured out what we're talking about, that is a urinal trough. Instead of having a single urinal per person, it is just a trough, and everybody just bellies up to it and pees right into it.
And the water literally bellies up to it.
Pretty much.
Yep.
So, they used to have those at a couple places when I was growing up.
They have them at. They have them at. It won't focus. Yeah. Did they have them at Brewer Stadium? What is Brewer Stadium called?
Oh, it's Miller Park now. It used to be County Stadium before.
County Stadium.
I have never seen the troughs there. The last one I remember seeing was at the Walworth County Fair, probably in the 80s before they upgraded.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but as a Boy Scout, a lot of the places that we went to, the campgrounds and stuff, that's what they had for the guys. And of course, the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, the first couple years they were open, that's what they had.
The Renaissance
Before
Fair
they got
in
flush with the
Bristol.
toilets.
That was the one. That was the one I used to like going to, right? The one across the border.
Yes.
But the big one with the mud pit and the guy killing the pickle.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I judge all Renaissance fairs against that Renaissance Fair, and I have yet to find anything that's even close. Do they still have that?
They certainly do.
Yeah, that was always a good one. I mean, you know, they had the throwing the rotten fruit vegetables at people. They had the pickle on a stick. They had
the problem is they have had issues with management throughout the years. The performers always do a great job.
Oh, you totally you totally locked up. They had issues with management. You're locking up again.
Well, it's not me, it's you, because I've seen me move fine and you're froze. There you are, you're back.
Yeah, my internet connection is unstable.
Yeah. So let's go through this pretty quick here.
Well, we're going to go through it pretty quick, but we should move on to our genuine positivity message. And for those of you who don't know, when I travel, I let Scott know on a moment's notice when we're going to be able to record the show. So
I wrote this in 2.5 minutes.
So Scott, Funguy The Entertainer, came up with this genuine positivity message in under 2 minutes because he's a positive guy.
That's right. People have good days and people have bad days. But even on the bad days, if you think about it, there are good things that happen. So when your day is feeling bad, stop a moment and think about the good things that happened that you were just too annoyed to notice because you were having a bad day, and your bad day will feel just a little bit better.
Perfect. That's a good one. That's where you got to think, any day this side of the dirt is a good day. It's a good day. Could be worse.
It's a good day.
Something more evil or more awful. That's why you just surround yourself with good people and good things. Just so those things happen. So
and I just read something that's not even in our thing here, but Tom Hanks is going to be Mr. Rogers.
Tom Hanks is going to do Mr. Rogers?
Yep. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this.
Wow. What are they going to do? Are they going to do the show on like how he made it, or are they going to do like his whole life story? Oh, I got to adjust my seat.
I think they're doing a life story thing. It's about, the show.
So we get to find out him being a Marine and all that other good stuff. And long sleeves because of tattoos.
Yep.
So Tom Hanks will get tattoos. That's awesome.
So I'm sure there'll be sleeves or draw-ons per show, or for the scenes.
Yeah. So I found something that's going to, as you know, Scott can't watch Star Trek. It's on CBS All Access.
Correct.
And now Scott can't watch the Orville because it's moving to Hulu.
Yes.
So it's moving to, so they did season 1, season 2. Then it's now on hiatus, and it's supposed to be coming back, I think, fall of 2020. So there's still a lot of time, but they're still announcing stuff.
Yes.
Like Ann Winters is going to be in the Orville in season 3. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know who Ann Winters is.
She's famous.
I looked her up, and I still don't know. And I looked her up, and I still know who she is.
Did she spell it with an E?
Look her up.
Ann Winters with an E.
Winters.
Ann Christine Winters is an actress from Dallas, Texas.
That's her. But
She's
I don't know
for roles in the FX series Tyrant. Oh, she does a lot of Netflix stuff.
Yeah. Again, I don't pay for it, so then I don't see it. So then, yeah. Critical acclaim for her work on 13 Reasons Why, ABC's Grand Hotel, and Go 90s, Zach and Mia. I don't know. I don't know her. I'm sure this is great news, but that's the good news we'll take from it, from your positivity message, that the show is still on. The bad news is now you got to buy Hulu to see the Orville.
I'll tell you something. I realize that they're doing this because all the young people are watching everything on their devices instead of watching real TV. But I'm paying a shitload of money for my cable, and I want my cable. I don't want my cable to go away.
Well, I cut the cable. My new house, I have no cable, no direct TV. But, you know, a lot of the things you got to log into, they want to know your cable provider to give you the service. So I'm like, just whatever. I'm just not watching TV anymore. I'll watch. I have T-Mobile, so therefore I get Hulu for a discounted rate. It's not free anymore, and I pay $2 a month. But yeah, so I get that, and then I got Prime. So if it's not on that, I'm probably not seeing it. And there is free TV. Talked about this before. Everybody forgot, and they're like, "Oh, come pay us $400 and we'll put an antenna on your roof and you'll be able to get free TV."
Right.
Dude, it's digital. Free TV never went away. TV across the airwaves still exists.
It does.
Your local channel, ABC, NBC, CBS, they didn't go away. Nope. They're just now didn't.
That's correct.
It used to be analog. You'd have, you know, the rabbit ears with the aluminum foil, and you had to pose a certain way to make sure that the antenna worked. Trying to give you some kind of picture there. I don't know what I'm going to do. You're crushing your head, crushing your head, crushing your head, crushing.
Thank you. I like it when you crush your head.
So,
all right. Unfortunately,
you froze
really,
up again.
Really bad again.
So hopefully this show is working. But what's our next?
Well, we either talk about NASA's first new spacesuit designed in 40 years, or we go to our phrase origin story.
What do we got to talk about? Phrase origin story?
We either talk about NASA's first new spacesuit design in 40 years.
You're locked up, so you're not telling me.
Okay. Well, you came live again.
My internet connection is unstable. Just like me, I'm unstable.
Steve is unstable. All right. Considering how bad it is, we're just going to do the phrase origin story and skip the last other thing. We'll do our next show.
Okay.
All right. So our phrase origin story, I thought this was appropriate. His brain cavity wouldn't make a drinking cup for a canary. You like that one?
It means that the area in your brain is so small that there's no room for any brains in it.
Pretty much. It means someone who is particularly stupid. It originated in the Old West when talking about dudes from back east who come west trying to be cowboys. It is found in the book Trails Plowed Under by Charles M. Russell of 1927.
Okay.
But we run into people all the time that you wonder, how the hell do they even... How is their body still alive? Because their brain is so small. I can't believe that their functions are actually working, you know?
Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, I'm not the smartest bulb. See, I can't even do this right. That's how dumb I am.
Not the brightest bulb?
Not the brightest bulb, smartest. I'm not the smartest bulb. I'm not the brightest bulb. There are a lot of people quicker than I am and I'm smarter. But I think that's a weakness. I think what I should do is I'm just as smart, if not smarter than these other guys, and because it's not stopping them.
Correct.
So, whoop, the heck. Oh, did you see that too on Saturday Night Live? They're remaking Charlie's Angels.
No.
Yeah, so Charlie's Angels is coming back out. Look up Charlie's Angels and tell me who's in it, so that I don't kill the. Charlie's Angels.
All right, Charlie's Angels.
November 5th. Who are the Angels?
Oh, my God, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay, Charlie's Angels 2019.
Kristen Stewart, who just hosted Saturday Night Live. Naomi Scott, and Ella
Elizabeth Banks.
Walowinski.
According to this, the stars are Naomi Scott, Kristen Stewart, and Elizabeth Banks.
Yep. That's what I just said, but you probably couldn't hear me.
Okay.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, but you are breaking up pretty bad, so.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's, do we have anything else left to do? Oh, yeah, you got to explain the phrase origin story.
I did that already.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, you did.
It came from the old West about dudes moving, coming out West thinking they could be cowboys and stuff, and it was in a book.
All right. Well, with that, I want to apologize for traveling so much, but I want to thank you all for viewing and staying with us.
What's really cool is that's coming out. It really is. For those of you who are listening to the podcast, you want to see the end of our show. Steve's eyes watching us.
Thank you for watching. I'm watching you.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
then please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Go to whathappened.world, somewhere down there, I think. I think we're on the right sides and everything. Yeah, I think it all still works.
Yeah.
Go to whathappened.world. Connect up on my social media. You would have seen all this cool stuff that I did in Pittsburgh. Posted a ton of pictures. You got Instagram and Facebook, so you can check all that out. But you can also tune in here and find it. And next week I'll post, if I'm not traveling again, post some pictures and stuff like that. So I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live a life, and have a good one.
Crazy, and just it remains me.